Okay, so we're jumping straight into Foundation Episode 8, Skin in the Game.
Right.
And wow, what an episode. Like, packed with this intense political chess, right? But also maybe a little frustrating, leaving us hanging.
Oh, absolutely. High stakes everywhere you look. This felt like the calm before the storm, but every single quiet moment felt loaded. Huge galactic consequences just simmering.
Totally. Okay, so if you're ready for us to really dig into this, break down all the betrayals, the goodbyes, the theories about who's really pulling the strings, then you're in the right place for this deep dive.
So let's just jump right in.
All right, let's start right where episode 7 left off. That confrontation, Digital Seldon
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
mule outside the vault. For me, this scene didn't just like raise the stakes, it totally flipped the power dynamic.
It absolutely did.
Yeah.
You got the mule swaggering in, all confidence, like, how long till I control the galaxy? And Seldon, almost bored, just
Right.
flips the script. He basically validates the mule's takeover of the Empire. Just says it like it's a fact.
And then the mule asks about Gail Dornick. And Seldon, nothing. Total blank.
Right.
And nothing about the Second Foundation. His programming is just terminus focused. It's a huge blind spot.
And that limitation, that's what lets the mule start mocking him. And then Seldon just
Right.
snaps. He hits the null field, lifts the mule, makes him bleed. Seeing the vault show his teeth like that was genuinely terrifying.
Chilling. The most chilling part for me was Seldon sparing him. That line, "You have a secret, and once I learn what it is, you may be of use to me."
Right.
And that secret, I'm telling you, that ties right into our Magnifico theory. If this mule is a puppet, right, with implanted memories, Seldon's sensing something fundamentally off, something hidden. It fits perfectly. It changes how you see everything he does.
Yeah.
Then we jump to Mycogen, Brother Day's trial, the anti-robot planet. Starts like a total kangaroo court.
Yeah, the setup was intense. Day shackled, watching these like robot genocide reenactments. And then they mentioned Daniil, their savior figure, and Day clicks, that's the old name for Demerzel.
But the brazen head moment, that was just pure sci-fi gold for me. That lullaby triggers the signal, and boom, proof. Robots have a hive mind, the clasp, mind blown.
And Day's total 180, advocating for Demerzel, admitting he mistreated her. Lee Pace just sold that so well. You felt the shift, the earned growth in that moment. It was incredible.
But Sunmaster,
Yeah.
his betrayal, he knows Day's telling the truth,
Right.
still sentences him to death. Why? Because it's not in my interest.
Although that mulching pit, it feels like a setup for a rescue, doesn't it? Not a real end. Day's speech definitely got through to some of them. Like Song, he might have made some unexpected allies.
Meanwhile, back on Trantor, poor Brother Dusk. Talk about ultimate political humiliation, the Galactic Council, Cloud Dominion, even the Luminous. They're all basically telling Trantor to just surrender to the mule.
The logic is so cold, but let the mule take Trantor. He gets bogged down looting, consolidating power, and it buys everyone else time. They're literally throwing the Empire under the bus for self-preservation. Stark.
But then Dusk plays his card, the Novacula, his secret planet killer project, like a Death Star, and Demerzel didn't even know.
That look on her face.
Yeah.
Proves she's not all-seeing, right? She has blind spots. And her expression, it wasn't just shock, it was almost awe. Like she recognizes the terrible power of this thing. It scares even her.
It's heavy stuff.
And then kind of leads us right to Gale and Agnes, doesn't it?
Mm.
Her and Preem Palver are in total panic mode. The mule's attack just blew up their whole plan.
Oh, completely. If Pritchard got converted, their entire secret organization, the whole Second Foundation concept, could be exposed. So her call, immediate evacuation.
Right.
Okay, let's talk Brother Dawn. His survival. Controversial.
Yeah, controversial is one word. The suit harvesting energy, the mangled legs, pretty gruesome, but kind of realistic consequences, I guess.
But the real ticker is Bayta, right? She just tells the mule to leave Dawn alone.
And he just obeys
Yeah.
instantly. Of course, you're right.
That sealed the Magnifico theory for me. If the real Magnifico programmed this guy to obey Bayta, that reaction is proof. It's like a hidden command.
Totally agree. It fits perfectly.
Which leads us to what was, for me, the absolute emotional gut punch of the episode. Demerzel in the orchard. That goodbye with Zephyr Forellis.
Forellis is offering this genuine lifeline, right? Peace with the Luminous, escape. But Demerzel knows. She knows she's about to do something, this unforgivable sin that cuts off that path forever. It's so tragic.
And when she rips off that luminous bracelet, calls herself Empire's Pale Reaper, you can just feel her breaking inside. She wants freedom, but her programming, what she's about to do, it makes it impossible.
And the ending of that scene, Forellis'
Right.
memory wiped, but she still comes out crying. She knows something awful happened. She
Right.
doesn't know what. That lingering pain.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the ending. Gale, her team landing on New Terminus, that last shot, her looking back at the vault, knowing digital Seldon's in there, you just feel the weight of everything converging. Goosebumps.
Okay, theory corner. Magnifico. You feeling vindicated?
Oh, absolutely. That moment with Bayta telling the mule what to do and his instant, of course, you're right. That felt like programming, not free will. It screams puppet leader controlled by the real mule, Magnifico.
So the whole Rossum backstory we got, just an implant.
Could be. Not that it didn't happen to someone, but maybe it was weaponized. Crafted to create this perfectly motivated, emotionally resonant figurehead who believes his own story, but isn't the actual source of the psychic power.
Which makes Seldon sensing a secret make even more sense. He's detecting the artificiality, the handler behind the curtain.
Exactly. Okay, Demerzel's unforgivable sin. You're sticking with the Novacula.
Has to be. Using that planet killer, she'd be complicit in potential genocide, even if it aligns with her core programming to protect the Empire. The conflict we saw in her, that's the tragedy. Duty forcing her to do the unthinkable.
And her potential alliance with those inheritors.
Yeah, exactly.
Using them to build more robots.
Could be the start of a full-on robot uprising, couldn't it? Especially if Day gets out of that pit. He might accidentally become the figurehead for robot liberation. Talk about an ironic arc.
Right.
Okay, my theory, though, Bayta. I think she's playing a much deeper game than anyone realizes. It's not just compliance, it feels strategic somehow.
What if she's the key to exposing the fake mule? If she figures out she's being manipulated or that he's being manipulated, the whole thing could just collapse.
Could be.
Okay, prediction time is over. Let's talk grades. Where are you landing on this episode overall? Because, like I said, I'm a bit torn.
This is easily an A- for me. Easy. That Seldon scene. Iconic. Lee Pace's performance. Perfection. That tension. Masterful. It did exactly what a penultimate episode should do.
Yeah.
Raise the stakes to unbearable levels.
Okay, passion noted. I'm landing on a B+. Look, the character work was strong, the emotional beats hit hard, especially Demerzel. But some of those political council scenes dragged a little for me. It felt like a lot of setup, expertly done setup, I grant you.
Absolutely.
Still setup without that big payoff moment within the episode itself, foreplay without the climax, you know? So B+ it is.
And A- for me.
So where does this actually leave us heading into the finale? It feels like every single power structure we know is just teetering on the edge of collapse.
Right. The Empire's been abandoned by its allies. The Foundation's moral high ground is kind of shot. Robot consciousness is awakening. And Demerzel is about to unleash that Death Star. It's a perfect storm converging.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gale arriving on New Terminus, that sets up the ultimate clash, doesn't it? Second Foundation's meticulous planning versus digital Seldon's cold calculations. Two sides of Harry's legacy finally facing off. Okay, so that's our deep dive. My grade, B+.
And a very firm A- for me. Let us know what you think. Did digital Seldon go too far? Is the Magnifico theory confirmed for you? What about Bayta's actions? And could Day really spark a robot revolution?
Yeah, and what is Demerzel's unforgivable sin going to look like? So many questions.
Definitely smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe so you don't miss our coverage.
Ring that notification bell, too. You won't want to miss it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on Off Script.